I was watching an old boxing match the other night, and honestly, for the first few rounds, I thought I knew how the fight was gonna end. One guy was clearly ahead. He was faster, cleaner, landing more punches. The other guy, however, he looked overwhelmed, outspaced, a few cuts on his face already. If you judged by the scoreboard, he was losing, but then something shifted. The guy who looked tired started pressing forward, started timing, started landing, and in one round, I think the 7th round, boom, one uppercut, game over. The fighter who was behind for most of the match won. That thing stayed with me longer than usual because I realized that's how life is. People judge your story too early. I mean, I judged the guy too early. People look at your scoreboard in round 3 and assume that's the final result. What people don't realize is that scoreboards don't track willpower. Some of us don't win early because we are too busy learning how to win for real. You know the wildest part of this story? The boxer who won the fight that night did not land up to half as much punches as the other guy. He was far behind on points, but he won because he landed the right one. Sometimes it's not always about how much. Sometimes it's about when. Be wary of those who seem to always be on the receiving end of life's punches. They may just have been building endurance this whole time. I have learned, even from personal journey, that not everyone's silence is a weakness. Some silences are deliberate. Be wary of the ones who will not waste their arrows. They may be mastering timing. Careful who you write off, including yourself. We've only watched the early rounds of your life. You've trained too long. You've survived too much. You've studied too hard. So stay in the ring. Stay there. Focus. One moment, one move can still shift the entire story. This guy lost every round but won the match. What that tells me is that your past records don't matter as long as your head is still in the game. The wise ones know that winning battles does not mean anything if you don't eventually win the war. So zoom out. The victory is much bigger than the rounds. Look, this is the age of the underdogs. You and I. No-name boys and girls. The ones they didn't see coming. So stay locked in. Share this video. Strengthen your tribe. Remind your people who they are.